Yo, what is up, beautiful bastards? It's your boy Philip Marigu here, and let's be real, we've all had those days where we feel like we're running on fumes. But what if I told you that constant fatigue, that lack of drive, could be tied to something deeper? Something like low testosterone? Yeah, you heard that right. Testosterone. It's not just about building muscle or growing a killer beard. This hormone is basically the lifeblood of a man's energy, his mood, his focus, even his confidence. And when it dips, it can seriously mess with your whole game. We're talking feeling drained even after a full night's sleep, struggling to build muscle at the gym, maybe even feeling a little more irritable than usual. Sound familiar? Don't sweat it. In this video, we're diving deep into the signs of low testosterone and, more importantly, how you can naturally crank those levels back up. So buckle up, smash that like button to join the Brotherhood of Knowledge, and let's get you back to feeling like the absolute beast you were born to be. Alright, first up, let's talk about the big one, fatigue. I'm not talking about being tired after a long day. I'm talking about that bone-deep exhaustion that just won't quit, even after 8 hours of sleep. You wake up feeling like you could sleep for another 8, and it's basically downhill from there. Now, there are a lot of things that can cause fatigue, but low testosterone is a major culprit. See, testosterone plays a key role in energy production. It's like the fuel that keeps your engine running. So, when your T levels are low, your body's basically running on fumes. This can manifest in a bunch of ways. You might find yourself struggling to get through the day, needing a nap every 5 seconds, or just feeling like you have zero motivation to do anything. And the worst part, it can seriously affect your quality of life. Think about it. When you're constantly exhausted, you don't want to work out, you don't want to hang out with friends, you don't even want to get off the couch. You're basically just existing, not really living. And that, my friends, is not the move. So, how do you know if low testosterone is the reason you're feeling like a walking zombie? Well, along with that constant fatigue, you might notice other symptoms like decreased muscle mass, difficulty concentrating, brain fog, anyone, and even a lower libido. Yeah, not exactly the recipe for a good time, right? But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. By taking steps to naturally boost your testosterone levels, you can regain control of your energy, your mood, and your life. We're talking about making simple but powerful changes to your diet, exercise routine, and lifestyle. Things like incorporating resistance training into your workouts, making sure you're getting enough sleep, and managing stress. Sounds pretty manageable, right? And trust me, the results are worth it. When your testosterone levels are where they should be, you'll feel like a brand new man, energized, focused, and ready to take on the world. But more on that later, on that. Alright, guys, let's talk about something near and dear to all of our hearts, building muscle. You're hitting the gym religiously, sweating your ass off, but those gains just aren't happening. Or even worse, you're actually losing muscle mass while packing on belly fat. Sound familiar? Well, before you start blaming your workout routine or drowning your sorrows in protein shakes, you need to consider the possibility of, you guessed it, low testosterone. See, testosterone is like the foreman of your muscle building operation. It's responsible for protein synthesis, which is basically the process of building and repairing muscle tissue. So, when your T levels are low, your body's ability to build and maintain muscle mass takes a serious hit. You might find that you're not getting as strong as you used to, you're not seeing the same results from your workouts, or you're just feeling weaker overall. And to add insult to injury, low testosterone can also lead to increased fat storage, especially around your midsection. That's because testosterone helps regulate insulin sensitivity, and when your T levels are low, your body becomes less efficient at using insulin, which can lead to, you guessed it, more belly fat. Now, I know what you're thinking. Losing muscle and gaining belly fat is just a natural part of aging. And while it's true that testosterone levels naturally decline with age, that doesn't mean you have to accept a dead bod as your destiny. There are plenty of things you can do to naturally boost your testosterone levels and get back in fighting shape. We're talking about incorporating high-intensity interval training or HIIT into your workouts, making sure you're getting enough protein and healthy fats in your diet, and prioritizing quality sleep. And for those of you who are really serious about optimizing your T levels, there are also natural supplements that can help. But before you go popping pills like they're candy, it's important to do your research and talk to your doctor to make sure you're choosing safe and effective options. Remember, guys, building a strong, healthy body isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling your best, both physically and mentally. And when your testosterone levels are on point, you'll have the energy, the motivation, and the physical capacity to achieve all of your fitness goals. Alright, so we've talked about feeling tired all the time, losing muscle, gaining belly fat. Not fun, right? But here's where low testosterone can really mess with you, your mood. Yeah guys, we're talking mood swings, irritability, even straight up depression. And we don't always talk about it, but hormones play a huge role in how we feel. Testosterone isn't just about building muscle or growing a beard. It directly affects your brain chemistry. And when those levels dip, your brain chemistry gets thrown out of whack. Think about it. You're feeling tired, your body's not looking how you want it to, your performance isn't where you expect it to be. That alone can mess with your head. But then add low testosterone to the mix, and it can feel like you're fighting a losing battle against your own brain. It's not just you, it's not all in your head. Low testosterone can seriously impact your mental well-being. So if you're feeling constantly on edge, snapping at people, or just feeling down in the dumps, it's worth getting your T levels checked. Now, I'm not saying every bad day or grumpy moment means your testosterone is low. We all have our ups and downs, right? But there's a difference between feeling down every now and then and experiencing persistent, unexplained mood changes. We're talking about the kind of mood swings where you go from 0 to 60 in a second. 1 minute you're fine, the next you're ready to explode over the smallest thing. Or maybe you're feeling constantly on edge anxious, like you can't relax. And then there's the depression aspect. Listen, depression is a serious issue and it's not something to be taken lightly. If you're experiencing persistent sadness, loss of interest in things you used to enjoy, or even thoughts of harming yourself, please reach out for professional help. But if you're noticing a pattern of these mood changes and you're also experiencing some of the other symptoms we've talked about, the fatigue, the body composition changes, the low libido, it's definitely worth getting your testosterone levels checked out. Okay guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The one that can really put a damper on your mood and your relationships. Low libido and erectile dysfunction. Yeah, we're going there. This is probably one of the most common and most frustrating symptoms of low testosterone. You're not alone in this. In fact, it's often one of the first signs that something might be off with your T levels. Think about it. Testosterone is the hormone that drives your sex drive. It's responsible for your desire and your ability to perform. So when those levels drop, it's no surprise that your interest in sex might take a nosedive too. And it's not just about the physical aspect either. Low testosterone can also mess with your confidence and self-esteem, which can further impact your desire and performance in the bedroom. It can become a vicious cycle. Now, I know this is a sensitive topic, but it's important to address it head on. If you're experiencing these issues, burying your head in the sand won't make them go away. The good news is that in many cases, addressing low testosterone can help improve both your libido and your sexual performance. By getting your T levels back on track, you can reignite that spark and get back to enjoying a healthy and fulfilling sex life. But it's not just about popping a pill and calling it a day. We'll dive into the different ways you can naturally boost your testosterone levels throughout this video. We're talking lifestyle changes, diet tweaks, and targeted supplements that can make a real difference. Remember, you don't have to suffer in silence. If you're experiencing these issues, talk to your doctor. There are solutions out there, and you deserve to feel your best, both inside and outside the bedroom. Alright guys, let's talk about sleep, or lack thereof. You know that feeling when you're tossing and turning all night, staring at the ceiling? It's the worst. And if it's happening to you regularly, low testosterone might be the culprit you never suspected. We've already talked about how testosterone is like the energy drink of your body, right? Well, it also plays a crucial role in regulating your sleep cycles. Think of it like this. Testosterone is the conductor of your sleep train, making sure it runs on time and gets you to dreamland smoothly. But when your testosterone levels plummet, it's like that conductor took a permanent vacation. Your sleep schedule gets all messed up. You might find yourself struggling to fall asleep, waking up multiple times during the night, or just feeling groggy and exhausted even after a supposed full night's rest. And let's be real, chronic sleep deprivation is no joke. It messes with everything: your mood, your energy, your focus, your entire vibe. So if you're constantly feeling sleep deprived, it's time to take a closer look at your testosterone levels. Now, you might be wondering, How exactly are testosterone and sleep connected? Well, one way is through a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is like the stress hormone, and it's supposed to decrease at night to help you relax and fall asleep. But when your testosterone levels are low, cortisol can get out of whack. Instead of chilling out at night, it stays elevated, keeping you wired and alert when you should be winding down. It's like trying to fall asleep at a rave, not exactly a recipe for restful slumber. And it's not just cortisol that gets affected. Low testosterone can also disrupt the production of other hormones that regulate sleep, like melatonin. Melatonin is like the sandman of your body, sprinkling sleep dust in your eyes and easing you into a peaceful slumber. But when testosterone is low, melatonin production can take a hit, making it even harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. It's like the sandman went on strike, leaving you wide awake and counting sheep all night long. Ever feel like you're walking around in a haze, like your brain is stuck in first gear and you can't seem to focus on anything? You're forgetting appointments, missing deadlines, and your mental sharpness just isn't there. Yeah, we've all been there. We often brush it off as just one of those days or blame it on stress and lack of sleep. But what if I told you that low testosterone could be the sneaky culprit behind your brain fog? Yep, you heard that right. See, testosterone isn't just about muscle mass and libido. It plays a vital role in cognitive function too, influencing things like memory, concentration, and overall mental clarity. Think of testosterone as the fuel for your brain power. When your testosterone levels are optimal, your brain is firing on all cylinders. You're sharp, focused, and able to tackle any mental challenge that comes your way. But when those levels dip, it's like someone hit the dimmer switch on your cognitive abilities. Now, scientists believe that testosterone affects the brain in a few different ways. First, it seems to enhance the connections between brain cells called synapses. These synapses are like the communication highways of your brain, and strong connections mean faster and more efficient processing of information. Second, testosterone appears to protect your brain cells from damage. It's like a bodyguard for your brain, shielding it from toxins and inflammation that can impair cognitive function. So not only does testosterone help your brain work better, but it also helps keep it healthy in the long run. And here's the kicker: low testosterone has been linked to a higher risk of age-related cognitive decline and even Alzheimer's disease. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's a serious issue that we need to be aware of. The good news is that by optimizing your testosterone levels, you can give your brain the support it needs to stay sharp, focused, and firing on all cylinders for years to come. It's like investing in a top-notch, brain-boosting supplement, except it's already built into your body. So there you have it, guys. We've covered the major signs of low testosterone, from that constant fatigue to brain fog and everything in between. But remember, this isn't about self-diagnosing. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, the first step is to talk to your doctor and get tested. Now that you know the signs and fixes for low testosterone, it's time to take action. Don't just sit there feeling sluggish and defeated. There are things you can do to naturally boost your T levels and reclaim your energy, focus, and overall zest for life. Comment below, which tip are you going to try first? Let's support each other on this journey to better health. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more health and fitness content. Let's get after it. Share this video with someone who needs to see this. Let's spread the knowledge and help each other live healthier, happier lives.